The 2015 Home Channel Decor Morning took place at the Fairlawns Boutique Hotel, and it was an event to remember. Ladies came dressed to the nines and they were welcomed with sparkling wine, delicious treats and soothing music, all in aid of raising money for Johannesburg Child Welfare. Over the 11 years, the event has grown from strength to strength, with familiar faces returning year after year in support of this cause.
This event has been very successful and has helped us raise money. It has helped us to look after children who have been abused, abandoned and neglected over the years. And if you look at the last count last year, we were able to reach about 47,000 children within the Greater Johannesburg area. And we were also able to just develop services to keep on responding to the ever-changing needs of our children. Child Welfare is a non-governmental organization and a non-profit organization. Whilst we have subsidy from the government, it's not enough. We have to balance the rest of the money by raising our own funds to be able to respond to the overgrowing needs of children. We don't want to find ourselves in a situation where we have to close down because we don't have enough monies. So events like this, they help us to sustain our services and to also keep on responding to the ever-changing needs within the society and help us stay relevant.
All the proceeds from this year's event will go towards funding the Johannesburg Child Welfare's Granny program.
A group of grannies were selected, and grannies, it's typically granny-aged women, usually grandmothers themselves, and they come into the orphanage every day, usually Monday through Friday, and they are assigned typically 2 children who are their kids, and they spend, let's say, 2 hours with one child, one-on-one, and then 2 hours with the other child, one-on-one. It might not sound like a lot of time. It's not a lot of time, but it's really about the fact that that person consistently comes to see that child every day. Kids quickly learn that is my granny, it's my go-go. And these kids may never have had anything that was exclusively theirs before, and it's really powerful.
Now in its 11th year, this event always raises the bar with the intriguing festivities of the day. Each year, more funds are raised by the generous donors who attend.
I think the success of this event could be attributed to the passion behind the people who are involved and who put it together. Edith is always wonderful in preparation and planning, and she also makes the day wonderful too because she's so engaging with everybody involved. I think also the fact that we offer the guests who come to this event the kind of information that they're looking for, whether it's the decor tips that they've got this morning, or the food advice, or just the makeup from Clarence as well was really lovely.
Since its inception, Plascon has been a major sponsor of this event, and they surely help to make the day a colourful and exciting one for all.
Johannesburg Child Welfare is a very, very old institution, well run. Plascon's actually older. But we've both been around for a very long time and really part of South Africa's history. For us, it's quite an honour to be part of this program. The cash donation goes directly to Joburg Child Welfare, and they do a lot of very good work. And as you know, in this country, there's a lot of issues around orphans, abuse, and just children that are generally being neglected. And with the work that they do, it's quite important for us to be part of that. We think it has direct benefit. We also have a colourful angle to it, in the sense that Plascon is about colour. Colour your life, paint your surfaces inside the house, outside the house, but a big issue around colour. And we feel that this helps to help the kids have a more colourful life.
Organising an event such as this one takes a lot of hard work, and Edith Venter has pulled out all the stops to put on the best show for all who attended.
It's very important to have events like this because it's basically what Edith Unlimited does. Most of the events we do raise money for charity organisations, and for me, the greatest pleasure that I get is when that check is handed over to the charity. You know where it's going. You know what? The ladies are loving it, they're enjoying it, they're having a beautiful day out, and it's going to a good cause. So, it's a win-win situation.
This year was the second year that the event was held at the Fairlawns Boutique Hotel, and they prepared a host of delicious and appetizing dishes for the ladies and gents to enjoy.
Well, this year what we plan to do is a picnic concept when it comes to the food and beverage offering. Last year we did a high tea concept, and both were really gauged around bringing people out into the garden the first month of spring to enjoy the gardens with us. And the other part is that we've actually joined with travel partners such as Rofos Rail and as well as the Steenberg Boutique Hotel and Spa and Vineyard down in Cape Town. So that's basically what we've done now to bolster the exciting prizes and auctions that will happen today as well.
From the latest in decor ideas to easy, quick and delicious meals, special prizes and pampering, there was so much to enjoy this year.
I just look forward to that first guest arriving. Then I know phew, we've got an event. It's happening. It's going to happen. It's starting.
I look forward to another great day, first of all, but also we've got some really fresh, interesting speakers that are coming to join us today. It's exciting to have new faces. There are some that are familiar from the channel, but also some others that we've not seen before. And I think from all that I've heard about them, they're going to be really wonderful.
I think to look forward to the most would definitely be the treats that the chef's putting out, firstly. The great champagne from Steenberg, a great collection of bubbly to get the day going and to end off. But I think the prizes and the auctions, those are going to be a surprise and I think well worth joining us for.
I see there's a lot of pampering, but I'm also looking forward to the speakers that will be speaking here today. These are lovely grounds, so I'll be looking forward to enjoying the grounds.
Do not go away as we bring you the festivities of the day filled with great tips from the amazing speakers at this year's Decor Morning. The Home Channel's Decor Morning proceedings were opened by the Johannesburg Child Welfare. Guests listened attentively to the message of the day and how their contribution could assist in playing a huge role for the Granny program.
You don't start with a program like this when children are very, very young. You've actually missed the building blocks where we have enormous high rates of crime. We often wonder why, and this is an early intervention program, and it's something that government and the corporate sector should invest in.
Isn't that amazing? That's the work that our gogos are doing at Otandweni Children's Home. And like the video rightly says, we have children that have been abused, abandoned and neglected. And these children have had a not so great start in life. So with this program, we're trying to make sure that we balance that out.
Then it was on to the informative talks from the home experts. This year, Slate Interiors shared decor tips on how to keep a home on trend and most importantly, how to keep it looking stylish.
So we all at some point, and especially in this gorgeous weather, want to lose a bit of weight. But the one thing you can't let get too skinny in your homes and too thin are your scatters. They need to be plump, firm and add a dramatic look to your couches and chairs and beds.
We love adding a geometric and throwing a floral into to change the look a bit. We don't like matchy, matchy, matchy all the time. We like to have something to change it and make it interesting. If you can see how plump and beautiful the cushions look. So we've brought one just to show you how we love using the feather. So what you do is once you lie on it and sit on it, it does get flat, but it's not going to be flat like those foam cushions you get.
This you can use a hyperallergenic filling as well. It needn't be a feather.
And then obviously do a nice karate chop and have nice peaks in it. So it always looks beautiful and plump.
So when you're hoarding of beautiful pictures, photographs and frames becomes a little bit too scary, fear not. You can group all your frames together. We would suggest grouping art together that is in the same tonal range. You can use different frames, they can be different thicknesses.
So people are tending to go away from having a display cabinet, you know, the old-fashioned display cabinet where you had to go and sit and look behind the glass so you couldn't touch. You're displaying your pieces more openly for people to see, having them on a coffee table, having them on a server, a console table, and interesting pieces. It might be a shell that you've picked up on your travels. It might be a an expensive ornament that you've gathered. But layer it with your books, your coffee table books, have a candle, have lots of layers. And you can change it for the seasons as well. Say winter you have more cozy sort of warm, fragrant candles and stuff, and then summer you want to have your shells and whatever. You can play around with your detailing.
So instead of choosing a plain timber floor or laminate, we would suggest going for something with a bit more of a pattern. And our latest at the moment is to lay wooden flooring in a herringbone pattern or chevron, and tiling as well, cutting tiles to a certain shape and laying them in that pattern too. So it's spring, it's summer, let's raise our skirtings, and especially at home. We love using 120mm high skirtings. They just create such an elegant junction between your floors, your beautiful floors and walls. And now that they're higher, you can wear your heels and not worry about scuffing the walls.
Our presentation was well received. We had a few giggles, a lot of interest with things that we probably felt we were pushing guests in making them view. And Kirsten spent a lot of time reviewing and researching all the pictures that supported our thoughts and tips.
As well as we had a lot of fun doing it. I think it was a lovely morning. I think it was a lot of fun, the spring, the weather, and we saw the enjoyment out of everyone. To be involved with the child welfare, we want to pay it forward in any way we can. We think it's very important to do our bit for community, and we love South Africa, and we'd love to help in any way we can by being involved in a charity event.
And we like events that highlight social issues and that are sociable.
Food guru and the Home Channel's personality, Yudika Sujanani wowed the crowd with her quick meal preparation skills. Cooking can be super glam, and it doesn't have to take all day to prepare great meals.
You know, the weather's fantastic. The last thing you want is to be stuck in a kitchen. And I love cooking with spice. If any of you do watch my show, I can't resist adding spices to anything I cook, even to cakes. So I'm going to show you, firstly, starting out with one of my favorite dishes. It's called the emergency curry. And it's the emergency curry because it cooks in 7 to 10 minutes. It's my best party trick. The first thing you need to know about curry is to always start with either sunflower oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil, okay? So definitely not extra virgin, because once extra virgin oil gets too hot, it starts to get that bitterness coming through in your food, okay? So I'm turning up the heat. Okay, so you can look fabulous and still cook, and it's amazing. First ingredient, some onion going into the pan. And to the onion, I'm adding lime leaves. These are Macroot lime leaves. You can find them at any supermarket, Chinese supermarket. Spar, Willie's also has them. And we saute the onion. To that, we've got some coarse salt. Right, so onions are in the pan, and it's important to fry your onions until they're light golden brown. And this is where curry actually goes wrong. If your onions aren't fried properly, they kind of stay chunky, and you start to get like the sweet, almost like chutney-like flavor, which makes it feel like it's not really an authentic curry. Look, I do love chutney, but sometimes I just want the old-fashioned curry. So chicken fillet, the number one enemy is water. If you add pour water in too soon or liquid in too soon, your fillet will just start to boil, and that will make you end up with a stew rather than an actual curry. Okay, so you can play around with this recipe. I'm showing you the basic technique of making a curry. It's not only for chicken curry, it's also for your lamb curries, your veg curry. This is the most important step, making sure the onion's fried. You get flavor out of the onions, and the secret to a curry is that a curry sauce doesn't thicken using butter and flour or corn flour. It's all done when the onions melt into the sauce and the tomatoes melt down as well.
My highlight for today was actually interacting with the audience and sharing some of the information, some of the quick tips and hints to preparing a simple flop-proof dish at the end of the day. I did a Sri Lankan style chicken, which I also call the emergency chicken curry. Cooks in about 7 to 8 minutes, very quick and easy, and absolutely delicious with a hint of coconut milk, some lime leaves as well, which gives it a lovely citrusy aroma. And then I've also done a garlic cream prawn with a very creamy garlicky sauce with butter, a pinch of chili, some green chili and some parmesan as well. Loads of fresh coriander and black pepper too. It's really important for me to give back, and it's an important part of what I do. I come from really humble beginnings, and I must say in our community, and it was very different back then, we had friends, we had family, we had neighbors we could depend on. But the way society's changed, we actually don't know who our neighbors are, and we don't know who can assist us. So with something like Johannesburg Child Welfare, it actually gives a child a granny, and there's no greater love than the love of a granny. I'm a mom, but the way my mom loves my children is something really special, so I can understand the need for it.
Do not go away. When we come back, we show you the latest trends when it comes to makeup tips, and we also show you the amazing prizes that were up for grabs at this year's auction. A lot was in store at this year's Decor Morning. After learning how to prepare quick and easy meals, the ladies were taught the latest when it comes to facial decor by the lovely Mbali from Clarence.
We often associate the word decor with what? Home, the house. Yeah, so from the furnishing to the refurbishing, ornaments, everything. So today we're going to think out of the box. And we're going to convert that decor to the self. And we call that a makeover, basically. Right, to the self. Today I'm going to show you a very basic look to uplift the youthful features of the skin. It's a foundation, it's a blush, it's mascara, and a lip gloss. And instantly you are revived, you don't look too much, you are enough for the day. With our foundation, we always apply foundation products and everything related to the face upwards. So there are a lot of factors that already are causing that premature aging, and we don't want to be the cause of it ourselves. So never pull the skin down. It's always from the center outwards to the temples, from the chin outwards to the temples. So it's always applications that aim to the temple area. So I'm going to apply your foundation. You've got a beautiful skin. So just a quick application. Remember, this is a 5-minute look. So with your blush, we're obviously applying it on the cheek area, the cheekbone. If you'd like to measure your cheekbone, either pull them in. The protrusion of bone over here would be where you apply your blush. If you've got, cheeks like mine are very protrudent, so you can see the apple of the cheek very easy. You can also do that with a smile, a very pronounced smile, where the apple of the cheek comes out. Then we focus on there. So it's always center of the cornea, once again out to your temple area, because we're trying to lift the features. If you apply it any further down than that, it gives you a very dull, devitalized look because it pulls your features down. So it's always center, moving up to the cheekbone. Okay. Jiggle, jiggle. So you apply a liberal amount, as comfortable as you are. So I just need to go very quick. So this lovely lip gloss gives you a very full lip appearance, more plumped up and ready to go. So you're still looking like yourself, only better. Okay, Mama? So I'll give you a mirror to see yourself, right?
Every year, additional funds are raised through a charity auction. The auction this year raised the highest amount ever. There were amazing prizes up for grabs, from 2 Hasten gowns, a Fairlawns Boutique Hotel and Spa package, an Inkanda couch, and so much more. The speakers at this year's event were also auctioned off.
So we're very excited that we are going to be auctioned off, but we are going to be giving some of our time to do a consultation at the highest bidder's house, and we hope
office.
So we hope that they bid high and get that money in for child welfare, and we will happily go and give them some hints and tips and ideas to change their home or office space.
Thank you to Slate Interiors. Sold, man, for 4,000 rands. Congratulations. You get the interiors. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I auctioned a cooking class at the Holy Cow for 8 people, and I'm going to be taking the guests through a range of different dishes, all home cooked meals, making rotis and delicious desserts, and with that also sharing some of the hints and tips to easy entertain.
Then you thought, let's just complicate things in life and open a restaurant. in my life. Still your bid, ma'am. What are we on? I have no idea. Apparently 5 over there. I don't know.
Bianca Rowe was the highest bidder at this year's auction, taking away a fantastic Rovers Rail experience with a stay at both the Fairlawns Boutique Hotel and Steenberg for a magical experience.
I bid for the Rovers Rail trip today because it is something that I always wanted to do and that I want to do with my husband. And the reason why I made the bid today is because I support the work that the Johannesburg Child Welfare does, and I believe it is for a very good cause, and I believe that we are both winners in the end.
After the decor, food and makeup tips, the ladies enjoyed their picnic lunch in the serene Fairlawn Gardens. There was live music, great conversations to be had, and plenty of pampering.
I think the highlight today, as you can see that I'm being pampered, just all these things under one roof. Great speakers, great audience, great people, great networks. The food was amazing. I think Fairlawns is one of the best places, hidden secret in Johannesburg.
Highlight today for me was that we hope to beat the target which we have done over the last couple of years, and most definitely we did. There was one lady in particular that donated a large amount for the auction, and it helped us break the record. So we're very happy to have raised that for Johannesburg Child Welfare.
My highlight really was to see so many people who care, because their care came out, or their caring came out today with their involvement with today's session. And also I think the fact that we raised so much money, it was just touching for me. We managed to reach our goal.
After such a successful event, the preparation begins for Decor Morning 2016 to bring you yet another exciting and elegant event.
Decor Morning 2016, it's exactly what you've got today, more and even better.
Having seen what today's been like and most of the events in the past, you know that coming to something like this is going to be just a wonderful day. And especially now that we've brought it back into the springtime, it's really spectacular. The weather's wonderful, the gardens are looking beautiful, the setting and the food and everything that happens on the morning is always absolutely lovely. And we're sure to bring another set of fantastic speakers next year. Maybe some new faces, possibly some old favorites, but we certainly have a good lineup for you next time.
All proceeds made at the event have assisted the Johannesburg Child Welfare's Granny program. With the success of this event and the awareness that the Decor Morning creates, many more funds can be raised for such worthy events, all in the name of igniting the spirit of Ubuntu in our Rainbow Nation.